The arena is a living, breathing beast, its pulse quickening as the lights dim and the crowd's roar surges like a storm breaking loose. Thousands of voices unite, their chants reverberating off the rafters, a tidal wave of anticipation that sets the stage for an unforgettable night. This isn't just another boxing match, it's a seismic collision of wills, a battle that could redefine legacies or mark the end of an era. In one corner stands Derek Chisora, the grizzled warrior. From London's rough streets, his eyes burning with the fire of a man who's never backed down from a fight. Across the ring, OTTO WALLIN, the towering Swedish southpaw, looms with quiet confidence, his movements precise, his ambition razor-sharp. This is Derek Chisora versus OTTO WALLIN, a heavyweight showdown that promises not just punches, but a war of heart, grit, and unrelenting determination. Buckle up, fight fans, because you're about to witness a spectacle that will sear itself into boxing history. The opening bell cuts through the noise, sharp and commanding, and the arena explodes. Chisora, known to the world as War, charges. Forward like a runaway train, his stocky frame radiating menace. His boots thud against the canvas, each step a declaration of intent. The British fans are on their feet, their cheers a thunderous wave that shakes the very air. Chisora's fists are already swinging, a looping right hand slicing through the space where Wallin's head was a split second ago. The Swede, cool as ice, slips the punch with a deft bob of his head, his long arms snapping out a jab that catches Chisora on the cheek. Wallin's footwork is a masterclass, fluid and calculated. His southpaw stance, a puzzle that Chisora is hell-bent on solving with raw, unyielding power. The early rounds are a brutal dance, a clash of styles that keeps the crowd on edge. Chisora is a predator stalking forward with his head low, his shoulders hunched, his eyes locked on Wallin like a missile tracking its target. He throws a vicious left hook, then a right, each punch carrying the weight of a career built on defiance. Wallin, though, is no easy prey. His reach is a weapon, his jab a stinging whip that snaps Chisora's head back. The Swede's counters are crisp, his left cross landing with a thud that draws gasps from the crowd. But Chisora, ever the warrior, shakes it off, his grin flashing through his mouthpiece as if to say, "Is that all you've got?" The British fans feed off his bravado, their chants of war. War, war, echoing like a battle cry. The ring feels smaller with every passing second, the space between the fighters shrinking as Chisora's relentless pressure forces Wallin to move. The Swede circles, his long legs carrying him just out of reach. But Chisora is a hunter, cutting off angles, closing the distance. He traps Wallin against the ropes and unloads a barrage of body shots, each one landing with a sickening thud that reverberates through the arena. Wallin's face tightens, his arms dropping to protect his ribs, but he fires back with an uppercut that catches Chisora on the jaw. The crowd roars, a mix of shock and awe, as Chisora stumbles but refuses to fall. This is no ordinary fight. It's a test of wills, a proving ground where only the toughest survive. Wallin's game plan is clear. Keep Chisora at bay, use his height and reach to dictate the pace, and pick the Brit apart with surgical precision. He's faced giants like Tyson Fury, going the distance in a war that left his name etched in boxing lore. That experience shows in his composure, the way he absorbs Chisora's pressure without flinching. But Chisora is a different kind of beast, a brawler who thrives in the chaos of close quarters. His punches aren't just aimed at Wallin's body, they're aimed at his spirit, each one a challenge to the Swede's resolve. The crowd feels it, their energy surging with every step Chisora takes, their voices a relentless chant that drives him forward. By the fourth round, the fight is a full-on slugfest. Chisora's face is marked up, a trickle of blood seeping from a cut above his eye. But he's grinning, feeding off the pain like it's rocket fuel. Wallin, still composed, is starting to breathe heavier, his long arms moving a fraction slower. Chisora smells blood and pounces, driving Wallin into a corner with a flurry of hooks. A left to the body, a right to the head, then another body shot that makes Wallin wince. The Swede fires back, landing a sharp combination that forces Chisora to reset, but the momentum is shifting. The crowd is on its feet, sensing a turning point, their cheers shaking the arena like an earthquake. The commentators are barely keeping up, their voices hoarse with excitement. Chisora is a man on a mission, one shouts. Wallin's got heart, but can he weather this storm? The answer comes in the 6th round, when Chisora lands a thunderous overhand right that sends Wallin staggering into the ropes. The arena erupts, a wall of sound that feels like it could lift the roof. Wallin recovers, clinching to buy time, but Chisora's eyes are wild, his fists hungry for more. He's not just fighting for a win, he's fighting for his legacy, for every fan who's ever chanted his name, for every moment he's defied the odds. Wallin, though, is no pushover. He digs deep, his Swedish steel shining through, as he fires back with a vicious left cross that catches Chisora off guard. The Brit's head snaps back, and for a fleeting moment, it looks like he might go down. But Chisora plants his feet, shakes his head, and charges forward, his fists swinging like wrecking balls. The crowd is in a frenzy, their chants drowning out everything else. This is boxing at its rawest, two men pouring their hearts into every punch, leaving nothing behind. The ring is their battlefield, and neither is willing to surrender an inch. The 7th round is a turning point. Chisora's pressure is relentless, his hooks crashing against Wallin's guard, his body shots landing with bone-jarring force. Wallin's legs are starting to betray him, his movements slower, his counters less sharp. Chisora senses it and doubles down, trapping Wallin against the ropes and unloading a barrage that has the crowd screaming. A right hook to the jaw, a left to the ribs, then an uppercut that snaps Wallin's head back. The Swede stumbles, his arms flailing, but he clinches, his survival instincts kicking in. The referee breaks them apart, and Chisora comes charging back, his fists a blur of destruction. The 8th round is pure chaos. Chisora is a man possessed, his energy boundless, his will unbreakable. Wallin, battered but unbowed, fights back with everything he's got, landing a combination that momentarily halts Chisora's onslaught. But the Brit is unstoppable, his momentum a tidal wave that threatens to sweep Wallin away. The crowd is on its feet, their voices a deafening roar that shakes the very foundation of the arena. Every punch feels like a statement, every dodge a testament to the skill and heart of these two warriors. This is the kind of fight that defines careers, the kind that fans will talk about for decades. As the final rounds approach, the intensity reaches a fever pitch. Chisora's face is a mess, blood streaming from the cut above his eye, but he's grinning, his spirit unbroken. Wallin, his composure fraying, is fighting on instinct, his punches still sharp, but his energy waning. Chisora lands a massive uppercut. That sends Wallin reeling, and the crowd erupts, sensing the end is near. But Wallin refuses to break, clinching to buy time, firing back with a desperate combination that catches Chisora on the chin. The Brit shakes it off, his grin wider than ever, and comes forward again, his fists swinging with the weight of a lifetime in the ring. The final bell rings, and the arena is a cauldron of noise. Both fighters raise their arms, sweat and blood dripping onto the canvas, their chests heaving from the effort. The crowd is on its feet, applauding not just the fight, but the sheer courage of these two men. Chisora looks out at the fans, his grin a beacon of defiance, while Wallin nods in respect, knowing he's been in a war. The judges' scorecards are almost irrelevant. This fight was about more than points. It was about heart, about proving who you are when the world is watching, about leaving everything in the ring. The announcer's voice booms through the arena, but the crowd's chants drown it out, a testament to the impact of what they've just witnessed. Whether Chisora or Wallin gets the nod, this fight has already etched itself into boxing lore. The fans know it, the fighters know it, and the world will remember it. This wasn't just a fight, it was a saga, a story of grit and glory that will live forever. For those watching at home, this HD highlight reel captures every bone-crunching punch, every heart-stopping moment in vivid detail. You'll feel the sweat, hear the crowd, and live every second of this epic clash. As the screen fades to black, the energy lingers, the echoes of the crowd still ringing in your ears. This is why we love boxing. This is why we watch. Derek Chisora versus OTTO WALLIN was more than a fight. It was a war, a spectacle, a moment. That will resonate for years. So hit that play button, turn up the volume, and relive the magic of this unforgettable showdown. When it's over, head to the comments and tell the world who's your winner. Subscribe for more heart-pounding boxing action, because nights like this are what make the sport legendary. Don't miss out. The screen flashes with a final call to action. Like, share, subscribe. The music swells, a triumphant anthem that matches the intensity of the fight. You're left buzzing, adrenaline coursing through your veins already, counting down the days until the next big clash. This is boxing at its finest. This is Chisora versus Wallin. This is the fight that had it all, and you won't want to miss a single second.